Hey guys, today I just want to make this video just on my thoughts, and I'll tell you what happened when I went to my doctor. Last week, I think I mentioned in one of my my last video, the truth about myself. I think I mentioned I couldn't believe how great people were taking it in the area where I stay in Dundee. Because in Douglas and Dundee, this is kind of the worst place to come out ever, honestly, because you could get stabbed or anything for doing this. But everybody's taking it. I've never had anybody say any bad things at me, and even the ladies in the shops ask how I'm getting on with this, and how I'm actually getting on with the doctors and that, and they've asked me to keep them in the know. So at least they're strangers, but they seem to be caring. I don't really know why. They've been very, very, very nice to me, and even and I know they have to be nice because they're behind the counter in the shop and everything, but they're actually genuinely nice. I mean, if they were only being nice because they're behind the bar, they wouldn't be asking about how I went to the doctors and everything like that. And I'm really happy with that, and it kind of pure gives my boost. Yay! So gives my boost, my confidence that extra boost as well. And last week, I was in the chemist getting my prescription for my epilepsy medication, and I was just sort of standing there, and this girl come up to me, and she was like, "Where'd you get your barber?" And I didn't know she was talking to me, and I thought she was on about her hairdresser, and I turned around and I just went, "What, my hair?" And she went, "No, your jacket." And I was like, "Okay." I got it from Asda for 18 quid. It's one of those jackets everyone's wearing now. I don't really care how much a jacket costs, as long as it keeps me warm. That's all I care. So yeah. So I was telling her about my jacket, and she was like, "Alright," and then she was like, "You're very tall for a woman, eh?" And I was like, I'm actually a transgender." And she went, "No, really?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, No, you can't be. Tell me you're only joking." And I was like, "No, is that seriously? Yep, I am transgender. I am a man." And she says, "You know what?" She says she came up to me and she went, "You know it takes balls to do what you just did." And I was like, "Well, you know what, I was scared to do it before, but now I'm not. I care, but I don't care, because this is my life and this is what I want, and this kind of makes me happy, and so I don't care what anybody else outside has to say about it, because this is who I am, and this is who I want to be, and I'm just really happy about that." So, and I was happy by the compliments, and I bumped into an old friend today, and she was like, "Who's that waving at me?" Because I was like that out in the shop, and she was like, "Oh," and then she was like, "Oh," and she was like, "Look at you," and I was like, "Alright." And I just sort of chatted away, and we got to talking and that, and she's a really nice girl, and she says, "I knew you were going to be gay." Because I knew her when I stayed in the countryside. She stayed the cottage right across from me. She was going out with the women in their son. So, and she was, so that's how I know her. And she was like, "I knew you were going to be gay." She says, "And I sort of had a feeling you were going to turn this way." And I was like, "Okay." I was like, she says, "But Kim, what?" She says, "Kim, what, on you go." And I was like, "Thank you." I was like, "That really means a lot." And she was like, "You know what?" She says, "You should be proud of yourself for coming out." And I was like, "Well, I am." So, so I'm really happy with myself, and I got speaking to my friends, and I was just asking them to just forget my feelings for a second, and just to tell me the truth if they're going to be my friends for life, even when I get the sex change and that. So, and they said yeah. So I'm kind of glad that's all out and open. I'm glad, but even if I lost them, I will care. But at the end of the day, this is for me, and I understand. But my best friend Amy, she says that she doesn't mind me being around her kids or anything because that's how they learn about it. So they learn about it and they understand it, and as they get older they're friendly with other people like that, they don't go out. But that's what I said as well. I think that's why transgender people and bisexuals, gays and lesbians get bullied from straight people, straight men and women, because they've never let their kids, or they've never been brought up with gays or transgender, so they don't know it and understand it. So I think every parent out there should, if they know any gays, bis, transgenders, transsexuals, whatever, you have to let them around your kids, because it's the only way they're going to understand. And you don't want them growing up to be bullies, do you? Really? You have to ask yourself that question out there, parents. Do you want your kids to grow up to be bullies? That's the question. So you have to let them be around bisexuals, transgenders, Christians, everyone that's out of the ordinary kind of thing. But that's the only way they're going to understand. So, I had the doctors on Tuesday, which was yesterday. Yesterday. I keep thinking this is Thursday. It's Thursday now because it's after 12. But I was at the doctor's yesterday, and I went in and I had a chat with them about me being like this, and no one being able to understand because nobody knows what I'm really going through. And just before I tell you on the story, I was actually sitting in the waiting room, and it was really weird. Like, I was in the doctor's, the waiting room, and I picked up the newspaper, and I actually saw the story about like a 5-year-old boy being diagnosed with transgender. I'm not really sure what it was, but the parents have said that he always wanted to wear girls' clothes, and he was right into Dora Explorer, and he was like prams and Barbies and stuff like that. And if any like boys said he was a boy at nursery and told him that he should be wearing girls' clothes or that, he actually threatened to cut off his willy, and I was like, oh my god, that is mad. But it says in the paper as well that the doctors said that they could grow it by puberty, which they can, or if not, then they're, you know how they're going to be exactly when they grow up. So it's best that you find out earlier. So anyway, I was speaking to my doctor, and we were just sitting chatting, and he says to me, because he doesn't get patients in every day saying, oh, I'm transgender, or I need help for this or help for that. He says he doesn't know like off the top of his head, but he would get me the best referral ever. So I was like, yes. But in the paper as well, I read my star sign, and it said like I was going to get the green go because I was on a new subject kind of thing, and I was going to need some hard grafting. So the way I see it, coming out and telling the whole world who I really am and I want to be this female, that's my subject. And hard grafting means that I have to do everything possible to make this happen. So I was kind of freaked out by that. So yeah, he was like, we'll get you the... Sorry, that's my phone. So yeah, so I got the... He said he was going to get me the best referral, and I've just got to wait for that now. So I will keep you guys in the know. Even when I get started on medication, I will let you know. Like, I'll still do like videos all the time, but I'll keep you in the know every so many months, because you'll see yourselves the changes in me. So I'm really looking forward to that, and I am looking forward to having like this new life as the real me. So until next time, you guys, stay beautiful. Hugs and kisses. Take care.